It started with a wall, an ugly, graffitied concrete wall on the side of the school's gym. Long ignored, faded, and forgotten like most things in the neighborhood. But for Elijah, that wall was an invitation. Elijah was 16. Quiet, soft-spoken, the kind of kid teachers often overlooked, unless there was a complaint. His sketchbook was his closest friend, filled with vibrant portraits and surreal dreamscapes he never showed anyone, not even his mom. His school was in a mostly white neighborhood. Elijah was one of the few black students, and he felt it. In the questions, the jokes, the way people moved aside when he walked through the hall. "Do you even live around here? You must be good at sports, right? You talk so proper. That's weird." It wasn't direct hate. It was small things every day, and it made him shrink slowly. Quiet in the halls, invisible in group projects, alone at lunch, until Mr. Rodriguez came along. He was the new art teacher, young, enthusiastic, and different. He wore paint-stained jeans and smiled like he meant it. On the first day, he walked into class holding a giant poster board and said, "This is not an assignment. This is an opportunity. I want us to create something permanent, a mural, something for the community, and I want you, all of you, to be part of it." The class blinked. A girl in the front row raised her hand. "But we don't know how to paint murals." Mr. Rodriguez grinned. "Good thing I do." Elijah didn't plan to participate. He didn't like crowds or attention. But something about the idea, a wall turned into a canvas, stirred something deep inside. He stayed after class that day. Mr. Rodriguez noticed. "You interested?" Elijah hesitated. "I draw. That's it. Let me see." Elijah didn't move. "You don't have to show me now, but if you want in, I want your voice in this mural." That night, Elijah stayed up past midnight flipping through his sketchbook. These drawings were private. They were his heart on paper. Showing them felt like standing naked in front of the world. But something told him, maybe this was worth it. The next day, he brought his book. He waited until everyone left and handed it to Mr. Rodriguez. The teacher flipped through the pages slowly. His eyes widened. "Elijah," he whispered, "this is incredible. You have a gift." Elijah felt something warm rise in his chest. It felt like being seen. They met every afternoon after that. They planned the mural together. Elijah suggested painting hands, all kinds of hands, reaching across the wall in vibrant colors, blending into each other. A message of unity, of diversity, of connection. Mr. Rodriguez nodded. "Powerful. Let's do it." Word spread. Students began signing up. White, Black, Latino, Asian, kids who never spoke to each other were now sketching side by side, trading jokes and ideas. Music played from someone's speaker. Laughter echoed. Something changed. One day, while Elijah was painting a hand with deep brown skin interlocked with a pale one, a boy from his math class, Ryan, walked over. Ryan had once called him urban, like it was an insult. Now he said, "That's really good, man. You do all this?" Elijah shrugged. "Some of it." Ryan nodded, watching. "Looks beautiful." It was the first compliment he'd ever received at school. When the mural was finally finished, the school held a small ceremony. Parents came. Teachers smiled. Local news took photos. The principal gave a speech about youth unity and the power of art. But Elijah barely heard it. He stood at the edge of the crowd, eyes locked on the wall. There, in the center, were the two hands he had painted, stretching across the bricks, touching, glowing in the late afternoon light. People stopped to take photos. Kids pointed. One teacher said, "Whoever did that part should do this professionally." Mr. Rodriguez walked over and patted Elijah's shoulder. "You did this," he said. Elijah looked down. "We all did." "No," Mr. Rodriguez smiled, "but you started it." In the weeks that followed, something shifted. Ryan started sitting next to him in class. A girl from art club asked him to tutor her in drawing. Teachers praised his work. His voice got louder. His eyes looked up more. One morning, he arrived at school and saw something new. A plaque below the mural. It read, "Created by the students of Westwood High. Lead artist, Elijah Brooks." Art should not only reflect the world, but help it heal. His name. On the wall. Permanent. From invisible to undeniable. Elijah smiled, walked past the crowd of students gathering by the mural, and headed inside. no longer just a face in the hall, but a name that meant something. If Elijah's story touched your heart, take a moment to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and share this with someone who believes in the power of art, voice, and second chances. We're here to remind you, your voice matters. Thank you for being here.